the jury coming back with this clear verdict, all 29 counts, not guilty.
Peter, what's the status of the other criminal case against Uvalde Police Chief Peter Arredondo?
Yeah, that's right. So Arredondo is the only other officer who was charged in this botched police response, and his case is indefinitely on pause. There's a civil lawsuit related to some of the Border Patrol agents who responded to the shooting that day, brought by both Arredondo and the Uvalde District Attorney. And while that lawsuit goes through the courts, his case has kind of indefinitely been put on hold. In a way, the outcome of this case also shines a bit of a shadow on that prosecution and leaves some big questions about whether or not that's still a viable case going forward, and whether or not prosecutors think that they can secure a guilty verdict in that case.
You anticipate that this trial's outcome could set a precedent for his case?
I think that's fully right, in that, in this case, we were able to see a bit of a preview of the prosecution case. They got 36 witnesses over 9 days of testimony. They basically put their cards on the table with this case, and based on this response from the jury, there are some gaping holes in their arguments. So we'll have to see how they respond. Of course, there's no trial date set in that case, so we'll have to see. But certainly a sense of frustration, emotions at times boiling over in this courtroom. We hope to hear from some of these families as they exit court. But I'm sure.
All right, let's get back to
really emotional scenes we're seeing.
I'm gonna have to edit this video up a little bit.
This is an outcome they were not hoping for.
All right,
with emotion inside that courtroom just now.
I'm
Peter
gonna have to edit
Arredondo
this
swore
video
that
up
he
a little bit. All right.
Did you know that January is unofficially considered divorce month? Family law attorneys, yeah, you didn't know that, right?
Yeah, nigga, shut up.
Did you know that January is unofficially considered divorce month? Family law attorneys, yeah, you didn't know that, right?
Yeah, nigga, shut up.
Did you know that January is unofficially considered divorce month?
All right, let's get started, man. Yeah, nigga, shut up. See what's going on in the video, man.
Prepping it real quick.
All right, let's get started, man. Yeah, nigga, shut up.
So I have to tell somebody.
See what's going on in the video.
Prepping it real quick.
All right, let's get started, man. Yeah, nigga,
So I have to tell somebody.
see what's going on.
Oh shit! Good shit!
All right, let's get started, man. See what's going
Oh
on.
shit! Good shit!
All right, let's get started, man.
Oh shit! Good shit!
Nice one, nice one. All right, let's get started. Nice one, nice one. All right, let's get started.
Like-
Nice one, nice one. All right, let's get started.
Like-
All right, let's get started. Nice one, nice one. All right, team, let's get started here, man. Let me know if the audio is straight. I think it's all right, man. Nice one, nice with it. All right, team, let's get started here, man. Let me know if the audio is straight. I think it's all right, man. We're going vertical and landscape mode, man. All right, team, let's get started here, man. Later today, I'm gonna have my reaction for a new place that I found out in suburbia Naperville, Illinois. Later today, I'm gonna have my reaction. It's a decent place. Y'all gonna check it out. A little food review on Angelo's So Hungry. Check me out on later today. I'm gonna have my reaction. YouTube. If you want your food review, Angelo's So Hungry. Check me out on later today. I'm gonna have my reaction. YouTube. If you want your food review, Angelo's So Hungry. Check me out on YouTube. If you want your food review, Angelo's So Hungry. Let's see. YouTube. You want your food review? Yeah, Angelo's So Hungry. Check me out though for sure. Let's see. Yeah, Angelo's So Hungry. Check me out though for sure. All right, let's get started, man.
Jury has decided the fate of Uvalde Schools police officer Adrian Gonzalez. They've reached a verdict finding Gonzalez not guilty. He was charged with 29 felony counts of abandoning and endangering a child for allegedly failing to engage the school shooter who murdered 19 students and 2 teachers back in May of 2022. The charges reflect 1 count for each of the 19 students who died in the shooting and the 10 children who survived in classroom 112. The jury had just been given the case today. Our Peter Harlambas is outside of the courtroom. Peter, lay out the arguments here from both sides and what made this case so unique. Our Peter Harlambas is outside.
Yeah, this trial, Lindsay, was a long time coming for the Uvalde community, for the families of these victims. For years, they've seen reports, they've seen investigations, but this was really the first criminal trial stemming from this botched police response, and a lot of hope was riding on this case. They thought this was a fleeting opportunity for some kind of justice after this tragedy, one of the worst shootings in U.S. history. But just after about 2 weeks of testimony, we get this stunning acquittal on all counts. Really emotional scene in this courtroom. Been staying in touch with some of the families throughout this trial. They were optimistic. Of course, they had concerns about how the prosecution this might result in some justice for them, and certainly a disappointing outcome for them, but certainly a very emotional response for Mr. Gonzalez, whose name has effectively been cleared by this jury's verdict.
We could just see the anticipation in the courtroom in those moments before that not guilty verdict came down. Had family members told you how important it was in the courtroom in those moments?
I'll say this, bro. My personal opinion about this situation, I don't think Buddy should have even got in trouble in the first place. Now, I understand it's your job to, like,
I'll say this, bro. My personal opinion about
make
this
sure
situation,
everything's smooth
I
and
don't think
everything,
Buddy should have
but
even
I
got
really
in trouble in
don't
the first
think
place.
that. Now, I understand it's your job to, like,
I don't think that
he should have got in trouble.
opinion about
And make
this
sure
situation.
everything's I understand he's an officer. Let me
really
take
don't
this off. I
think
don't really
that.
need that right now.
I
I understand he's an officer. I understand that he's supposed to be patrolling the school, but a kid just came in there ready to die with an AR. I understand he's an officer, and I understand he kind of retreated back. He wanted to be his own individual, but in the same space, you know what I mean? You can't, what, y'all supposed to send this man to jail because he didn't do his job? And I understand a lot of kids died in situation or whatever, but you know what I mean? You can't. He's still a human. He still got to preserve. He makes sure he go back to his families and kids. He can't just. I know he's supposed to, but he ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ran off because he was on some scared shit. But I don't think you should go take this man to jail. Like, I don't think him. He probably couldn't have stopped the threat anyway. Plus, with somebody coming there with an ARP, something strong, and then you come in there with you got your little pistol, bro. You like, nah. You know what? I don't want to die today. And unfortunately, a lot of kids died that day. But I don't know if that officer could have stopped that kid in the first place. Maybe. No telling. But the response from the officers after that was the real question. It took them like 45 minutes to get into that room. By that time, he was, you know what I'm saying? He was doing what he was doing. The response from the officers after that was the real question. It took them like 45 minutes to get into that room. By that time, he was, you know what I'm saying? He was doing what he was doing. Response from the officers after that. Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, people will say that though. It's like, you don't know what you'll do in a situation where it's literally life or death. Yeah, but you can't. You either go people will say that cower out and save yourself and make sure your family's set, or be willing to die that day. You know what I'm saying? You either go, and I don't expect every cop willing to die that day. They probably didn't even pray to God. They didn't even tell their family goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hold cops to the standard, even though, like I said, he should have done it. But the same sentence, bro. So I don't hold cops. It's kind of weird. No, like I said, he should have done it.
How much they were desiring to hear a guilty verdict?
Sentence, bro.
Yeah, I mean, in these conversations we've had after court, after these days of testimony, they believe that in a way, you know, while this was a case about only one officer, there were nearly 400 to respond that day. This case could deliver some semblance of justice. And, you know, over the course of this trial, they were expressing.
Is it still echoing? Says when I wipe. Y'all still talking gay shit. Look, my bad. Is the echo good? Chat, let me know. Let me know. I'm not sure. I wasn't even really paying attention. Is the echo straight? Slight echo in the back, Savage. Damn, what is going on? Maybe my shit up too high. Hold on. Gang. All right, I gotta figure out what's going on. I'm good now. Bet. Appreciate you, G. Okay. Let's get back to action. And like I said, Buddy ass you fix it. Bet. And like I said, Buddy as I understand is a coward. Y'all see, I don't think people understand the difference between life and death. When you got, I've been in situations where I'm like, man, I can either walk out right now or get involved. And if I walk out right now, I can wipe my hands with this situation. Maybe I'm pussy, but I get to live another day. Or I get to blicking this bitch down right now. And maybe I ain't right with God about taking another man's soul. That's what other people got to understand. Some people scary. They become officers. They want a law enforcement, but they not willing to shoot and kill. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man's probably didn't have his situation right with his soul, with his family, with none of that. Because once that bullet leave that trigger, like, of course he would have been, you know, acquitted for what he did if he did to the kids. But it's like, imagine you shooting a nigga and he got a hostage and you shoot him, he got the gun to the hostage's head, and there's a possibility that you might shoot the hostage. You know what I'm saying? Now you in trouble trying to save a motherfucker. But in this situation, I think he should have got involved, but I'm not gonna put full lengths on him to be like, all right, we gotta prison this nigga because he didn't, you know what I'm saying? We gotta imprison him because he didn't act in at duty. It's like, man, niggas do that. You know what I'm saying? People do that all the time. Let me keep going.
In conversations we had with some of them yesterday, they were hopeful that the prosecutors were able to get this case over the line. But after just 7 hours of deliberations, the jury coming back with this clear verdict, all 29 counts not guilty.
Peter, what's the status of the other criminal case against Uvalde Police Chief Peter Arredondo?
Yeah, that's right. So Arredondo is the only other officer who was charged in this botched police response, and his case is indefinitely on pause. There's a civil lawsuit related to some of the Border Patrol agents who responded to the shooting that day, brought by both Arredondo and the Uvalde District Attorney. And while that lawsuit goes through the courts, his case has kind of indefinitely been put on hold. In a way, the outcome of this case also shines a bit of a shadow on that prosecution and leaves some big questions about whether or not that's still a viable case going forward, and whether or not prosecutors think that they can secure a guilty verdict in that case.
You anticipate that this trial's outcome could set a precedent for his case?
I think that's fully right, in that, you know, in this case, we were able to see a bit of a preview of the prosecution case. They called 36 witnesses over 9 days of testimony. They basically put their cards on the table with this case. And based on this response from the jury, there are some gaping holes in their arguments. So we'll have to see how they respond. Of course, there's no trial date set in that case, so we'll have to see. But certainly a sense of frustration, emotions at times boiling over in this courtroom. We hope to hear from some of these families as they begin to exit court. But I'm sure, based on the really emotional scenes we're seeing playing out in court, that this is an outcome they were not hoping for.
And I'll say this too to end this off. Yes, this is not an outcome they thought they would have to understand. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are y'all trying? What's y'all outcome out of this? Like, really, it's like just proper training for real. Because how I see it, and that's why I say a lot of people, they'll spit their game, they'll talk their shit, but in the heat of a moment, you know, will you pull that pistol out and get action, you know, and get active? And there's a lot of lives at risk. The ones you do save and the ones you jeopardize by doing what you're going to do. So you got to stand behind every action you do, regardless what is illegal. You got to think in your brain, this is legal for me to do. Yes, I can do what I need to do to save these children. But am I, like, because some of these officers can't shoot. Some of them not equipped for the action. That's why they become school cops, because they just chilling all day. They don't they don't arrest people. They breaking up fights all day. That's it. So when it come down to real nitty gritty action, where motherfuckers coming in with the AR, because I don't think y'all understand what's the difference between a 9mm and an A and a 223 5.56. Those are two different type of gun rounds, bro. One tear a nigga face off. One can just hit you and you just be cool for one shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Until you seen a motherfucker with a big Draco with a 7.62 or 223 5.56, bro, you're not gonna speak that. Oh, I got my Glock shit. Fuck all that, nigga. I don't want to hear that. They need to get the cops ARPs for real. That's how they fight that. I guarantee if Buddy had a better gun, shit would have been better. If he had a better gun to enter that home, I mean into that classroom, or get him before he get into the class. Once he was in that classroom, he was kind of like barricaded in there. And then you got to think about it too. If y'all gonna try to charge the police of the school, y'all gotta charge the responding police officers too, because once Buddy starts shooting at them, they step back and they allow dude to do his shit for at least like 25 minutes, 30 minutes for real, before they actually push the dough in and they just start going on, go action. So if y'all gonna blame the school cop, y'all gotta blame the responding officers too, for real, and on how they did the whole process. Yeah, but you know what I mean. So there's not much you can do with this. People gonna say let's push in the gun laws. I don't think you can do nothing with gun laws in this instance, because criminals are gonna crim. They're gonna get the guns regardless. You know what I'm saying? They can steal it from their parents. What, you gonna take it from their parents? So let's disarm America, and then the real criminals only got it for real. Like, focus on mental health. You know, I tell people, man, before you do something so stupid and heinous, man, start thinking out shit and what pros and cons it got. I know if you're willing to go into school and start shooting, you probably don't care about your life. You don't care about nobody else's life, of course. That's why you're probably doing it for attention. So, you know, that's why I tell people, like, you know, emotional men are very dangerous, even kids. You know what I'm saying? So try to make sure that they okay in the brain at least, you know. All right, let's get to this next story. What's going on? Oh man, so it's getting deep. I'm just gonna hop around today, man. Y'all heard about the so if you don't know, this is the backstory. Basically, is y'all hearing me okay? Bet. Basically, what's happening is that the red pill people got together. That's Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Myron Gaines, Fresh from Fresh and Fit. Sneeko was there. Who else was there? Clavicular, whoever that is, he was there. It's just a bunch of red pill people, but this ain't what the red pill is about. But it can leak a little bit into the hatred sector. Now, everybody knows Kanye West got the Hail Hitler song, which was very anti-Semitic and whatever, and he got banned from all platforms, and they debanked him and everything. The song is even banned in certain countries. So you tell me how they found that song. See, the song, look, I hate to say this, nigga. The song a hit. Like, the song is actually cold. It's just the part where he's saying like Hail Hitler, like it was just like some off the wall shit. Other than that, the song not even about Hitler at all. So it's like, but the song is a decent song other than that part. Anyway, I don't see the conflict that they had here, because, you know, let's just play the video. God damn it. The song is cold though. If y'all want to listen to it, you can't really find it. That's the thing. It's so banned. I don't even know where you can find the song. There's instrumentals everywhere. There's a clean version on YouTube, but it don't say like Hitler and they say a different word. But the verses and all that shit is cold. Let's just play the video, see what goes on.
The controversial Tate brothers have once again made headlines after being caught on camera enjoying a song titled Heil Hitler. The footage quickly spread online, sparking outrage and debate across social media platforms worldwide. Right-wing commentator Nick Fuentes is also among the online influencers seen in the viral video.
I'm going to add this real quick. I don't like how they had in the video, basically, it was like, you see how red it is? It was on some demonic shit. Yeah. I don't. Okay, the song is the song. You know what I'm saying? It was made like 6 months ago, whatever. Kanye West, we know it on his shit, so you know it's a song is by one of the best artists ever in the world. But they in the club, right? And they got red in the background. It's all red on some demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? Myron Gaines putting up the salute. I'm like, oh no. Y'all missing everything but the KKK mask, G. Like y'all got it looking crazy up in here. You know what I'm saying? So in my eyes, I'm like, I fuck with y'all, but come on, man. Y'all ain't have to do all this shit. Of course, they just making a mockery of shit and everything, but you gotta understand those same people you mocking is the same motherfuckers that control it. So it's like, if you want to be in their shit and you want to talk about them, you gotta honestly be in control of the situation. You can't make fun of the Jews when the Jews control the club, even though the fact that you making fun of them is because they control shit, and now they showing you that they control shit. But we already knew that though, so it's really not, I would say, important to tell somebody something they already kind of know. You know what I mean? And we all know this.
Adding another layer of controversy to an already explosive story. His presence in the clip has intensified criticism aimed at the far-right's growing influence on pop culture spaces. The banned Kanye West song was reportedly played at a popular Miami nightclub called Vendome, drawing attention not just for its content, but also for the celebrities seen dancing
Andrew
to
Tate,
it. The incident
Christian
has since
Tate,
prompted discussions on responsibility, accountability,
Nick
platforming
Fuentes,
harmful ideas.
Myron
According to
Gaines,
reports, the incident was
Sneeko.
first
I think this
reported
dude
by the
named
Israeli outlet Jerusalem
Collectiver or
Post
whatever
on
his name
January
is.
20th. The
Fire,
publication noted how the
Red.
video
This
spread
nigga
rapidly
demonic.
after initially appearing on private group chats
Nigga
before
demonic.
circulating publicly. As the song played, several people, allegedly including associates of the Tates, were seen performing Nazi-style salutes. Witnesses described the scene as deeply disturbing and disrespectful, given the song's highly offensive lyrics and historical references. Controversial rapper Kanye West had released Heil Hitler in May 2025, but the track was swiftly banned across multiple countries due to its inflammatory and anti-Semitic nature. The release reignited global outrage against Kanye's ongoing pattern of hate-driven commentary. The music video for Heil Hitler depicted a group of men chanting and performing to lyrics that glorified Adolf Hitler, sparking immediate condemnation from human rights groups. Its shocking imagery and graphic language led to widespread backlash online and offline. The track, which openly glorifies Hitler and espouses anti-Semitic themes, was universally denounced for spreading dangerous messages of hate. Critics pointed out that such content crosses the line between free expression and incitement to harm. Following the outrage, the song was removed from all major US streaming platforms and officially banned in Germany. It was cited as a violation of both country-specific hate speech laws and platform morality guidelines. The backlash didn't stop there. The track's release even led to Kanye West's Australian travel visa being revoked. Authorities cited his repeated promotion of hate speech as grounds for barring his entry into the country. The Tate brothers and Nick Fuentes are no strangers to controversy, having built public personas around provocation and extremist rhetoric. Their appearance in this latest incident has only strengthened criticism that they continue to endorse dangerous ideologies. The Tate brothers themselves currently face multiple charges, including rape and human trafficking, in Romania, the United States, and the United Kingdom. Legal experts say that
Man, they reaching. Look, they trying to say the boy's doing whatever. I don't trust them. See, I don't listen to everything I hear on the internet, but I understand what they're trying to say. Now, yeah, they've been charged for rape and human trafficking in Romania by an American woman, by the way, may I add. And the government basically they was just holding these niggas hostage for months because they spoke out about women and shit. So we knew that it was the Matrix hit them, but it's because they started speaking about niggas creating families and shit. I know people hate Andrew Tate and shit, or toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? But I understand motherfuckers hate that shit, but at the same time, they was doing more good than they was doing bad in the eyes of men, at least. So when whoever wrote this article, they're now trying to make it seem as if these people are just bad individuals, and that's not the case usually. And yes, they speak their mind, and we need to do that. We're in America. We can have freedom of speech. We say whatever we want, even if it's right or wrong. But there's things we can't talk about. Damn near church. You can't talk about religion, politics, and damn the Jews. G. You can't talk about them. If you talk about them, you're gonna get executed and get exiled. You know what I'm saying? Rumor has it, Andrew, what's his name? Charlie Kirk, the Jews did it to him. I don't believe it. I don't know, it's a reach. But this is the situation. I don't think these guys should have went to, it's okay to play the song. I think what it was is the Nazi salute and shit. Because you could have just said, hey, man, I had nothing to do with that song being played. That's what Andrew Tate did when he went on the PBD podcast earlier. Later that day, he said, hey, I had nothing to do with these tapes. I had nothing to do with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that makes sense. That's how you got to do. You be like, hey, it was Sneeko's fault. He played the song. He put it on. I was just there on my phone. And I guess that's, a way to get out the situation. But if that's the truth, that's the truth. Because imagine somebody playing a song like that and I'm in the club with them and I'm just chilling. I'm like, this bitch is a hit. This is a nice song. And then it's all red and shit. I'm like, wait, this is demonic. But then I'm just still in the club. Now I can't go to no more Miami clubs. Now, I was on a live last night with Myron Gang, Sneeko, and DJ Academics. And last night they was basically on there speaking of how, you know what I'm saying, they standing 10 toes. They don't give a fuck. They 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. I respect that. But sometimes when shit get in the way of the money, you kind of gotta chill until you got your own shit. But most of them do. But and now they say that Fresh and Sneeko is into it. Now I thought they was already into it before, but now Fresh don't fuck with Buddy even more because Fresh goes to the clubs. The rest of them don't be in the clubs like that. But Fresh actually be in them clubs. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like fucked up his flow because that's how he network and shit. He go to the club, network, even though he don't drink, or get the bitches from the club, bring them back, and we got more people for the show. So now that's going to be a little bit harder due to the fact that they can't go back into into Miami clubs or talking about clubs around the damn globe, like certain groups. I don't know. Yeah, but this song is actually a decent song. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie with you. I heard it. It's all into that chorus part. Yeah, they was tweaking.
Statement acknowledging the gravity of what had happened. The statement read, quote, Vendome and our hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism, hate speech, or prejudice of any kind. Our ownership and leadership reflect a diverse group of partners, backgrounds, and faiths including members of the Jewish community, and we are deeply disturbed by the harm caused by this incident.
We are deeply
and the
disturbed.
circulation of this footage, unquote. The Auschwitz Jewish Center Foundation also released a powerful statement in response to the viral video. Their statement read, Adolf Hitler orchestrated the systematic murder of 6 million Jews and millions of others in the most industrialized genocide in history. To chant his name in celebration, raise arms in salute, or treat it as a party anthem mocks the victims and desecrates the memory of the dead, the statement continued. This was not accidental. It was not ironic. It was not misunderstood. It was the deliberate performance of hatred, the foundation concluded.
I guess, but it is a song though, so you kind of got to put a little bit of salt on that because it is a song that is publicly out by a very known public American artist. That's all I'm saying. Let's get to the next one real quick. We know we're going to get off of here not too much. We're just going to see what's going on. For no reason at all. Me, mom was so that at a bar. So, yeah. It's lit. I fuck with it. Let's get to the next one.
Did you know that January is unofficially considered divorce month? Family law attorneys, yeah, you didn't know that, right?
I didn't know that.
The family law attorneys say
Dirty.
they're always busier this time of year as many couples try to make a fresh start. Una Metz is a therapist who specializes in treating women as they navigate the emotional effects of divorce. Her new book is called Unhitched, the Essential Divorce Guide for Women. You can buy it right now by scanning the QR code on your screen. She writes, for many women, divorce results in growth and transformation they never imagined possible. And Una Metz joins us now. Good morning. Good to see you.
So nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
So there are a lot of things that I learned in this book, including the fact that 69% of divorces are initiated by women, and then divorce rates among people aged 65 and older, so the baby boomers, have tripled since the 1990s.
That's right.
Why? What's going on in both of those cases?
So
Fuck all that. Before she started talking, I'm going to say this right now. Yes, girls. So you telling me divorcing at 60%, hey, you got better odds on putting it all on black. You know what I'm saying? You got a better odds of hitting the lottery than marrying a bitch. You hear me? And I'm not playing with you. You want to marry a girl or you want to put 100,000 on black and double your money? Your odds better if you go to the casino with it, because she gonna take 100,000 out the prenup. It ain't no prenup. So after marriage, kids, alimony, half of everything. That's what y'all want. I don't even gotta hear what Shorty gotta say. I don't even care what she's about to say. You know what she's about to say? I ain't even hit this yet. She's about to defend women. That's what she's finna do. She's finna justify on why the rate is so high in divorce. And none of that gonna have to do with family. It's gonna have to do with just how they feel. That's all I know. I don't even know what she about to say, but I know for a fact she gonna say that. It's gonna be about how the women feel and how they want to be free. Even the old bitches want to be free. Look, I'm just saying. Be honest, man. For the men out here, it might be a dub for y'all. it might just be over.
In terms of the divorce rate being 69% of women are initiating it, there's a lot of reasons for that. One is that divorce works better for men. So men are not initiating divorce nearly as much. But what I find—
I told you she was gonna be on some fool. Did I not just say she was gonna say some foolishness? Now, how does divorce benefit men more? Nigga, they got more to lose. They the ones that's gonna be slaving for life. When she leave, he gonna have to pay her alimony, because 98% of alimony is paid for men to women, not women to men. So it's rare that a woman would ever pay a man alimony. And then on top of that, most likely she's going to get the kids, and he's going to have to pay child support, and they share custody. You tell me what's fair. Why the hell would men want divorce? Why does it benefit men? They don't want divorce for that reason, because it don't benefit them. You know what I'm saying? She's already speaking nonsense. So I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, y'all got to listen deliberately, because you got old ladies like this that will convince the youth. And if you just kind of listen and agree, you will be confused too. Just say, you just got to listen. That's all.
in my practice, I work with women all the time who are getting divorced. And what I find is that oftentimes they're the ones who have to initiate, but their husband has already left the marriage in some way.
Already checked
right?
out.
He has checked out through infidelity, through financial abuse, through emotional abuse. But guess what? He's still sitting on the couch.
Right.
He's not going to initiate the divorce, but the marriage is already over. So the woman bears the brunt.
So if women divorce at a higher rate, I'm just doing the math, and the number one reason of divorce is actually finances, but he's the one bringing in the bread, and she initiates the divorce, how is him the problem? And in infidelity, everybody know women cheat more than men by at least 10 more %. You know what I'm saying? Because the availability of sex to women, they can get it like that. Men actually got to work for it. Men got to court for it. They got to pay for it. Women, flash a little nip slip. You know what I'm saying? Little nip slap. Don't wear a bra. Niggas drooling. That's why I don't like when men, like, I'll watch some shit. I'm scrolling Instagram. I see a bitch, titties out, booty out. I'm looking good. I'm like, I'm not going to click on that, because I'm feeding into her delusion. And that's why she treats men like that. And then she thinks she can leave her man and then go find another man thinking that the grass is greener when the grass ain't greener. Then she figured out that she got dogged and got dug out by multiple men. Now she want to go back to her husband because her husband actually loved her. And that's why he didn't leave her, because he vowed to Jesus. While she did the same vow and said, fuck Jesus, I want my emotions. That's exactly what's going on. Literally. She said, fuck religion. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'd rather choose my happiness over my family. While the man is just quiet, I'd rather choose my family over happiness. I'd rather be in a sexual relationship than lead this woman, because I told God I'll stay. Man, you got to be more wise. Let's keep going. And she old as hell. She probably divorced as hell too. Talking all this Gucci shit.
Of having to end it.
You asked about baby.
Yeah, baby boomers. So so it's tripled since the 1990s. In fact, boomers now are divorcing more than any other generation.
That surprises me, because you think we've been together so long. Why would you?
Our parents' generation always said you stay to the bitter end.
Yeah,
right?
That's right.
And that was the original American dream
So death
generation,
do us
right?
part.
The marriage and the white picket fence.
That's right. That's right. But I think now that women have a lot more economic independence, I think they are saying, you know, I don't have to stay for the economics, right? I can leave. We're
also living longer.
Exactly.
We're also
living longer. And when you're married for 30 years and you think, well, maybe I've got another 10 or 15 to go, maybe you can bear with it. But if you're married for 30 years and you think, oh my God, I've got another 30 to go,
Come on, bro.
I don't think.
This is the craziest mentality in the world. Are y'all hearing this? It's sad, because you're telling me just because y'all living longer, y'all can leave your husband that you made a vow to God. So your vow is only for 30 years. After 30, you like, I'm good, G. I told God I'll be here for life, but I really just meant until 30 years, and then I'm out. That is a life sentence. It's wild out here, bro. It's wild out here for y'all, man. I'm just saying, just listen to what's going on. Marry, but marry cautiously. That's it. Marry, but marry cautiously. Put some prenups, put some demotivators to leave. Definitely put a prenup, split all funding. So when she want to do her shit, and then once you are married, still focus on yourself and your family, but you first, because that's their way. It's like whoever can give me what I need sexually, physically, and emotionally. And if you can't fulfill all of them, I'm gonna search for it. Even though I can't find it, I'm gonna keep searching for it because I think it's out there when it's never out there. By the time she returns back to the husband, she's been used and abused. I know women. I'm in the nursing field, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this. I know women that their husband, yes, their husband might have cheated on them, right? Would do it because of neglect and lack of sex. Cool. You know her get back was not just one person like he did one person. Her get back was 12 people, G. 12 people. Facts. And this a big bitch too. I'm not playing with y'all. This a big bitch. Got 12 new bodies. And this was like in a span of like 2 to 3 days. Come on, man. I'm not playing. This is why I tell y'all, man, don't be thirsty for it. Sometimes cat ain't good cat, bro. Sometimes you gotta force women to work for it because then they appreciate it. After that, they know, oh, I can just go out there, pull up my bra a little bit, whoop-de-whoop, and the man gonna throw themselves at me. And that's true, because they want to bust a little, you dig. But the bitch I'm talking about, she like 300 some pounds. So you telling me her husband, he kind of be on the big side too. He knocked down one chick. The wife wants him get back, and within 3 days, she get knocked down by 12 different dudes. You guys are in trouble. Y'all in trouble. Let's just state that. Let's just state the obvious. You're in trouble. Okay? Let's keep going.
Be
Take
some
it.
changes around here. I agree with Vlad in terms of your book, Una, had so much good information.
Oh, thank
And I think, and you touch on all levels, telling the kids, when to tell the kids, how to tell the kids. But you said, most of us, we dream of getting married. We don't dream of getting divorced ever. Women grieve, men replace. So true. Income suffers for women, but in most cases, they're better psychologically and happier.
That's right.
But this is what struck me. Even if you want the divorce, you said there's no such thing as a painless divorce.
Exactly. So
What do you
sometimes people think if you're the one who initiated the divorce, that you're happy to get divorced.
Yeah.
And that's not true. There is always heartbreak when you initiate a divorce. There's always a feeling of guilt or regret when you initiate a divorce.
Why are women happier?
Afterwards?
In many cases.
In many cases, the
psychological.
research shows that
They don't really love you.
75% of women do not regret the decision to get divorced. I think divorce is always heartbreaking in the beginning. It's messy in the middle, but at the end, it offers these incredible opportunities for growth, healing, and transformation.
For men too.
For men too. Yep. Well, and men oftentimes will go right into another relationship.
Yes.
I don't know
They
about
always
the people
do.
there.
Well, I don't know. Men be tripping sometimes.
You know what I hate about the left-wing media? It's just so liberal that they are not thinking. Not once did she mention the feelings of the kids. Not once did she mention family, God, responsibility. It's about her feelings, and what she wants and why they shouldn't be together too long because you live longer. Come on, bro. I'm be honest. I don't take advice from women. I hate to say it, but a lot of women that I listen to give advice like this. It's like shit advice. If you like kind of, and as a man, I got a little bias, but I got to sit back sometimes and listen and be like, wait, what about God? Because that's who we're praying at. That's who we, sacrifice our life and say through life or death, through weakness or health, through rich or poor. None of that, all that shit go out the window as soon as she's emotionally not involved no more. And as soon as she feel like she can do better, all that shit go out the door. So when I hear women like this, and I try to respect women like this because they probably went to school, they probably got a degree. But the thing is, they're misleading people with biased advice. They're telling you what you want to hear so they can have a certain type of power over you. And the power is just to, women just live free, do this. Bro, I'm be honest, women therapists are damn near the worst. They're not logical with their thinking. It's all emotional. I wanted her to say one time in this situation, God, responsibility, children, legacy. None of those words came up on here. She's an author and a therapist on women in divorce. Yet you didn't say anything about why y'all got married. The love. You just talking about the end game. I live longer. I'm not happy anymore. Of course you're not happy because love is an emotion. You're not gonna love someone. Love is more of an action. But to women, love is an emotion. And everybody knows emotions come and go. Men hurt more in a divorce because they love you more. And they're possessive. And they want what they protect. They provide for what they love. But that's not the same for women, in my eyes. That's just me. I'm a youngin'. Maybe I don't know. But what I'm saying is you can't take shit advice from people that are just and they just eating it up. They just eating it up. It's just, as men, just make the conscious decision to do the right thing when it comes to marrying somebody. When you marry somebody, go bust a nut or something, G. Post nut clarity with the marriage. So you know, like, all right, man, she might have characteristics of leaving. She might have characteristics of addiction or infidelity, or she has wandering eyes. And since those things might be true or not true, protect yourself. Decentivize her to leave. Okay, you won't have everything. All right, well, you only get half of what both our names in. If our names are in it together, you don't get half of it. Now leave. The only thing we have together is this house. Everything else is separated by name. I did that so you don't leave, because the government is incentivizing you to leave. Literally breaking up the house. And the reason I say all this stuff, right? And the only reason I say this is because if you think about this, the more that the family's not put together, the more we're not repopulate. We're already under the yearly that we're supposed to repopulate the United States. We can't even repopulate the United States based on the lack of marriage, the lack of relationships, the lack of sex to certain men. So that feeds back into an agenda where men aren't being, let's just say this. Lack of sex, lack of marriage means lack of children, lack of future. Who's going to supply us? Who's going to regenerate our military? We all going to be geriatrics in a minute. My generation, we don't even have kids like that. One kid is like the minimum. 1.5 kids is like the median right now of people having kids my age. Nobody's really having kids my age. All my cousins, no kids, bro. Most of my family, no kids that are my age group. You know what I'm saying? That's because the economy, plus, it's getting harder. It's not about church no more. It's not about God no more. It's not about, everything else. I can't marry this woman and be like, oh, man, I do this for God, because that's not how she's thinking about it. I do this because I want to take care of you. That's not how she's thinking about it. She do this because she likes you at the moment. Once that honeymoon stage dip, she might dip. And I'm not saying this for all women. If you can find a good woman that does good things, then yes, stay with her. But if not, just protect yourself, man. That's all I'm saying, man. Because you might run into one of these old hags that's telling your girl that she can leave because you feel bad today, knowing damn well every month our emotions start to up and down, up and down, up and down. You got the shorty out here in the book telling her, yeah, you feel bad. I think you should leave your man and leave your family and break the bond you had with God about your family. Do it all because you feel a certain way. I tell everybody like this right now, and I hate the randabouts. After this, I'm going to get off. The Eve gene. What is the Eve gene? God told Adam and Eve not to eat the apple. The serpent told the girl, because she's the more weaker vessel, to do it. She did it, gave the apple to Adam to eat the apple. So the man's weak to the woman's weak to influence. She disregarded what God told her to do. God. And then it's like, I shot a nigga, I gave you the gun, and you shot the nigga because you seen me shoot the nigga when you were told not to shoot the nigga. G, come on. Tell me when I ain't making sense. You know what I'm saying? So they're following their emotions instead of logic. You were told not to do something. You did it because you're so curious. That's why curiosity killed the cat. Tell me if I'm wrong, G. That's why curiosity killed the cat. And it killed all humans now. Now we all can't live infinity. Thanks, Eve. It's a goddamn shame. Hey, tell me if it's not logical. Maybe I'm just speaking that nonsense, man. Tell me if it's not logical. That's how I think of it. And that's why I don't let a woman lead the family. The man needs to feed the family because he's more logical. She's more emotional. You need that. But the man is just more logical. And he can logically get this family to success through hard times. That's why the divorce rate is higher in women-to-women relationships. And they're the lowest with men-to-men relationships. Because it's just two logical motherfuckers. Google it. I'm telling you, 75% divorce, 75% divorce rate in female to female, 25% divorce rate in male to male relationships or marriages. And then there's a 50 to 60% chance divorce, men to female. Come on, man. Somebody's the problem. You tell them this, they try to cancel you. Yeah. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's keep going. Next video. I'm tired of her. What's this going on? It says the rise of the Britain MAGA. Let's see what they.
President Trump's demands for Greenland have triggered an unprecedented confrontation with Europe. Today at Davos, he said Europe is, quote, not headed in the right direction. His administration has repeatedly made it clear it views many European governments as hostile and has encouraged far-right populist parties as alternatives. Now Britain is seeing the dramatic rise of its own radical right-wing movement that closely follows the MAGA movement in the U.S. It's backed by powerful allies of President Trump and is pushing for its own Trump-style revolution. Our Patrick Reevell reports from London.
It was a protest that shook Britain. According to police, 150,000 people flooding central London last September for an anti-immigration nationalist march.
Too many migrants. We absolutely agree with that. The migrants need to be stopped.
And at the heart of it, this man, who calls himself Tommy Robinson.
They managed to silence us for 20 years with labels. Racist, Islamophobe, far right. They don't work anymore. The dam has well and truly burst.
A radical right-wing movement is growing in Britain that is allied closely with the MAGA movement in the United States.
I think England is heading towards a civil war.
The UK culturally felt like America before Donald Trump went down the golden escalator. They're in the abyss.
Powerful American conservative figures are backing the movement that's based on Christian nationalism and claims the UK is overrun by Muslim immigrants. Elon Musk addressed September's rally by video link.
Whether you choose violence or not, violence is coming to you. You either fight back or you die.
Many in Britain.
You know what's scary about this situation is that people are. This is just basically, and this Britain. This is them. They saying that y'all got too many of these damn immigrants in our place, bro. It's our shit, and that's how I feel sometimes with America. I know we got the city of immigrants and stuff, but there's a balance. You come in, you come in the right way. Let's start with that. So it's not illegal, because any illegal port entries is illegal, regardless if you came here for the right reasons because your country is going bad. That has nothing to do with you breaking the law to get in here. So I want to put that out first. Second off, bro, we can't have those many immigrants here. You're diluting the people, the natural, like say America, right? When we bring the immigrants in, this is my personal opinion, not everybody's. I think you're diluting America because they don't come in with the agenda of Americans. They don't come in my eyes, for America. They take the benefits of America and they use it for their own benefit, but they don't use the benefits to basically progress America. Like I would say, if you're gonna bring an immigrant in, they all got to be in the army, G. All of them. You got to serve the country, and we get you V8 benefits, shit. So it's a win-win. But you're not gonna come in this bitch get the same benefits as everybody. You ain't coming. No, you're not just gonna come in this bitch get the benefits and then shame us and say how America's bad. Nigga, what? We just saved you from getting your head slaughtered by the cartel. You gonna come in this bitch and disrespect us? Wild dog. And that's how I feel like right now with the Somalians, G. They coming in this bitch talking about, yeah, we can do better with your money. Just give it to us. These niggas buying luxury cars while Americans are struggling. But then we look at that and they protest and they do the No Kings parade and shit. And I'm like, ain't nobody a king here. Or should it get done how they wanted to get done? Instead, if it was a king in this bitch, you wouldn't be able to be out protesting. But you see, you got shit in Britain. They doing the same thing. They said, bro, stop letting them in our country. They're taking our jobs. They diluting our people. They don't have the same culture as us. They don't have Britain or United States in mind when they're making decisions. It's really anti-America. Imagine a immigrant coming to this bitch. He snuck in this motherfucker, got in here, and he was able to stay in here for 20 years. You tell him that he can't be in here or he got to register his shit, and he get mad at you protesting your shit, burning your flag. Talking about fuck your president. Come on, bro. Fuck out of here, nigga. That's why I don't understand with them weirdos that's like, oh man, they just working, man. Fuck all that, nigga. Rules. Jaywalking is illegal, regardless if I enforce it or not. If I don't enforce you jaywalking, that don't mean that you still can do it. It just means that I ain't enforced it. But if another police chief come in here and he want to enforce it, then it's gonna be enforced, right? It's like committing a murder. They didn't find your ass for 20 years of the murder, and then they happen to get you one day, and you taking your kids to school. Are they supposed to wait for you to drop your kids off and go have dinner and finish with your kids, tuck them in to grab you? No. As soon as we see them, grab them. As soon as we see them, grab them. That's how I look at what's going on. Then we got the white liberal women come out the cut, and they want to be involved in everything, by the way. They got to be the topic of discussion for everything. I'm gonna be honest. They the biggest threat to the United States. The white liberal women, they protesting for everybody. I don't think they have a purpose. Their purpose is to just help everybody protest their life. It's a wild world out here, man. It's definitely some wild worlds out here, dude. But I ain't gonna be the black man protesting and helping immigrants, nigga. I'll help black people. So we know about the Black Panther Party and shit, the ones that want to fight ICE, goofy ass niggas. How you gonna fight niggas? That's the federal government. But that's neither here or there. What I don't understand is why is black people helping people, but those people aren't helping black people? Nor if black people helping black people. Y'all do the math for me. You do the math for me, G. Because how I see it is like we just wasting time. We wasting time. When can we not waste time no more and get focused? We gonna keep doing this until what time? Until motherfuckers, we don't have any freedoms. You don't have no freedoms because you gave it away. And then you allowed the people that came in here, this bitch, illegally to finesse the system and get billions of dollars from us. That money ain't free. It didn't just come up from nowhere. Those are taxpayers' dollars being taken and used and abused and finessed. Imagine somebody come in your house as a guest and they run into your bedroom, find your safe, and they take money out your safe. And then told you the money probably better in their hands anyway, because you ain't doing nothing with it. And you did them a solid to let them come in your crib. That's how I see this situation with the Somalians and shit in Minnesota and the governor. And it's imagine you the man of the house and your girlfriend let him in, technically, and that's the governor, say of Minnesota, and your girl let him in, and then they defended him like, oh nah, he ain't take nothing, you got it on camera, these niggas taking it. I gotta get rid of the girl and the people in the crib, G. You know what I'm saying? Tell me if it makes sense. So, all right, what's what we're gonna do, man? We're gonna call it a quits. We're gonna call it a quits for today, man. You know, my executive manager in the back, you know what I mean? They said we got stuff to do today, man. We doing interviews. We got some more. I got another video. I got some sauce for y'all, man. Angelo's So Hungry. Check out my other YouTube channel where I just do straight food reviews. I make food. I test food out. I go and test products out. I got another video I'm gonna post today. Angelo's So Hungry. Angelo So Media is the main thing. If y'all looking for motivation, go check out Angelo So Inspirational. You know what I'm saying? Daily. I post 3 times a week. Motivation, man. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? If you like the media, this Angelo So Savage. Angelo Savage, man. That's the channel that you're on right now. Subscribe to that, and I can link you to the rest of the channels in the description. I appreciate the love for y'all, man. We doing Angelo So Fit too, man. I'm niching. We got 7 channels, YouTube channels. We're niching in every field here: fitness, food, funny man content, guns, you know, all that shit, bro. Reactionary shit. We go in every direction because I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm the personality. So we finna just niche everywhere on YouTube and everything, or niche. Right. Anyway, that being said, it's your boy Angelo Savage. Tell me what y'all, if y'all fuck with me, y'all fuck with me, man. Please put a like in the video, and don't forget to subscribe, man. I want to make sure that y'all fucking with me hard. You know what I'm saying? I try to, you know, be you know, a little quirky with it, a little funny with it. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we can do, but y'all be safe out here, man. This life is, we only get one, so stay focused, man. That's all I'm saying. Stay focused on this life, man. Do what you can do so you can get what you can get done. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Make sure you like the video for the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to comment. Please, please, please don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Let's go. I appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the comments. If y'all fuck with it, subscribe. I'm gonna do this again, man. We going up, man. This year, 2026, we taking off, man. Check out them channels for me and tell me what y'all think, man. It's your boy Savage. Let's go. Peace. We out. Liberal.